Hello, welcome back. This is episode 2. Let's get going. As you can see, I've got a haircut, I've cleaned my desk, so this is next level professionalism from my end. Hope you enjoy and appreciate it. So today I'm going to be doing it slightly differently. I'm going to share my screen with you and take you through the process of how I use Suno with my demo songs in order to create a Corban Fibre song. So as you can see here, I will now need to start recording on OBS, and if I'm lucky, OBS will record my desktop audio so you can kind of know what we're doing. First though, I need to sync this camera and this desktop. So excuse me, hold your ears for a moment. I'm just going to do a clap. Better one than that. Slightly better. Okay, now that these are synced, I can now talk about what I'm doing and actually show you when I start doing my thing. So you might have noticed that I am not shouting at you and that this is a very anti-edited video. I get overwhelmed with a lot of the YouTubers that really just talk at you all the time, hence my voice, or I try to remain more conversational as if you're sitting here right next to me and you're wanting to learn something. Personally, I find that mode a lot more engaging rather than giving you talking points and basically reading off an auto cue. I do, however, I don't have an auto cue, but I got my trusty friend Claude to give me some questions and talking points. So if I get stuck on something, I can refer to one of those. Actually, the first question Claude has asked me is, so Daniel, walk us through what one of these old demos actually looks like. What are we starting with here? Good question. For those who don't know, Claude is Anthropic's AI. A lot of people have heard about ChatGPT. Well, Claude is kind of like that, but just slightly a little bit different. ChatGPT, I find, is a great all-rounder. I use both. And sometimes, and I'll share this with you probably in the next video, I use them together. They actually work together on a project, and I actually got them to work together on something which I thought was quite cool. Again, I'm not an expert. I just dabble and I work around it, and sometimes I stumble upon something that is magical. And I thought one of those moments was magical. And that was in the creation of Corban Fibre Pictures, which I think will be in the next video. So getting back to the question, what do the old demos look like? As I said in my first video, I've been recording for the last 20 years to the best of my ability with the equipment I could afford and the musical ability that I had. I love songwriting. I started in poetry, which then went to songs, and it's kind of been words and music ever since. What we're looking at today is a song I recorded maybe 15 years ago. It's called The World is Complicated. And the chorus goes, the world isn't round, it's complicated. Now, before you start jumping down my throat, is this a conspiracy theories about flat earthers? No, this was done way before any of that kind of stuff happened, and also way before all this political unrest. It's basically a song about the obvious is not always the truth. You need to dig a little bit deeper. And that's philosophically, that's what this song is about. As you can see here, I'm looking at my list of songs that I recorded. There's like over 100 of them. World is Complicated is one. I'll play you just a little bit, just to give you a sense of what the actual sound quality is like. And it also shows you exactly the amount of effort I've put into the song to get it to this stage. Because I am fighting the purists that are saying, well, if you put it through Suno, it's not your work. It's kind of right, but it's still an interpretation of my work. And I just wanted to share that with you. And you make up your own minds, whether you think it is or not. So looking here at this, here's World is Complicated, and I'll just play this down for you. Because who knows what's going down. Let's contemplate this tonight. Let's contemplate this tonight. So that was a little bit of the song, and as you can see, it's got my voice on it. It's recorded, to be honest, very ho-hum. My vocal ability is very ho-hum. However, I'm very proud of the instrumentation. Every note that you heard, I played physically through using computer software. This is before you had MIDI players and things like that. So all the string sections, all the bass section, all the drumming is me on a keyboard going bang, 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 bang. And once it's in the system, I then manipulate the notes a little bit to make it sound more professional. So the first thing I do is when I have a song that I want to do is I drag it into Suno. Suno, you can see, is here. So this is online, and in order to activate it, I've created a workspace called Creator. So I'd simply drag it in here, and it's asking me, hey, World is Complicated. It already knows what it is. Do you want to save it? I say, yes, I do. And as you can see, it's now starting to process the song. It's basically putting the whole song in there, and while it's processing it, it works out the speed, and it also works out what style the song is. It actually gives you a write-up of, this is a folk rock song about blah, 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 blah. It gives you a whole written thing about it, which I will show you shortly while it's uploading. What it also does, it mines the song for the lyrics. And that's one of the first things we need to do. When we do a cover version of the song, I need to make sure my lyrics are what they actually are, because sometimes things are a little bit unclear, and it also sometimes invents lyrics because it thinks it knows better than me, but I don't think so. So here we go. We have The World is Complicated as our song right here. Can you play it back? Have a look, listen to it. Hopefully it comes through the speakers. It's got quite what we're really looking for, cause the world isn't round. There you go. It's complicated, so don't. There you go. It was as rough and ready as my other demo song. So this is where it starts to get interesting, a little bit creepy. And man, what an adventure. So I will now click on this and create a cover version of it. So drop down menu, remix, and cover. So it's taking my song and it knows I'm going to do a cover version of it. First things I need to do is double check that my lyrics are okay. So let's do that. Let's spread them out. You can probably see them with me. I'm not sure about the resolution of what you're watching this video at, but you're going to have to bear with me as I go through line by line to make sure that my lyrics are what they actually are on the demo. So first word is wrong. Our world isn't round, it's the world. The world isn't round, it's complicated, so don't throw it around. Let's celebrate it. We find and follow the sound. We instigate it, because who knows what's going down. Let's contemplate this. In life, there are so many reasons to ask what we are to believe in, our task to search for hidden meanings, so at last we find out what we're really looking for. The chorus, because the world isn't round, it's complicated, so don't throw it around. Let's celebrate it. We find and follow the sound. We instigate it, because who knows what's going down. Let's contemplate this tonight. It's well worth you going through line by line and word for word. And sorry, I have to use my glasses when I'm looking at the screen here, because sometimes it just misses a word. And then when the AI sings it, the pacing is not quite right. It also screws up your whole melody. I haven't actually tried this song, so chances are we're going to try this song and it might not sound anything like my original, but you get to experience that journey with me, and that's what I promised. All right, let's go to verse 2. Our mind, well, that's what gives us meaning, and our heart holds everything we're feeling, and our touch keeps our heart from bleeding oh so much, because we are not alone when we are home, because the world isn't round, it's complicated, so don't throw it around, let's celebrate it. We find and follow the sound, we instigate it, because who knows what's going down. Let's contemplate this tonight. Unfortunately, my little key light has just run out of battery, so I may need to do something in post just to highlight my face a little bit, but hopefully it's still clear. And then, as you can see, it's arranged all the songs as verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Then it comes to the bridge. Inside us raging, there's a war. It's called a choice. Doesn't matter if you're the king, the soldier, or the boy. Inside of us we do believe it to be true. We're part of something greater through and through. And then it goes back into the chorus. Because the world isn't round, it's complicated, so don't throw it around. Let's celebrate it. We find and follow the sound. We instigate it, because who knows what's going down. Let's contemplate this. The world isn't round, it's complicated, so don't throw it around. Okay, we get the gist. Great. We can pretty much sign off the lyrics, and I told you about it actually knows what style it is. If we look at it here, it's taken my demo song, analyzed it, put the lyrics in, and also described what the song is. And I will read this out because it's quite interesting. It makes it sound pretty damn professional. The World is Complicated by Dan Hab. That's me. Upbeat indie pop track with a bright acoustic-driven arrangement and a rhythmic, syncopated feel. The song features a prominent acoustic guitar strumming, a percussive rhythm, supported by a clean electric guitar playing melodic fills and a steady driving drum kit with a crisp snare and active hi-hats. Crisp snare? See, I mixed it like that. The bass line is melodic and provides a solid foundation. The lead male vocals are clear and expressive with a mid-range tenor quality, often layered with harmonies during the chorus. True. The song follows a verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus structure, maintaining a consistent tempo of approximately 15 beats per minute. I don't know, I think that's right. In a major key, it is right. Production is polished and airy, thank you, with light reverb on the vocals and a balanced mix that emphasizes the acoustic textures. Doesn't that make my song sound amazing? If you saw a write-up on a preview of my album, you'd probably go, oh, this guy kind of knows what he's doing. Well, not yet anyway. So let's try. Now we're going back to create mode. Click. Here's our song again with our lyrics. Styles. So I have created, and this is what this whole channel is about. It's called the Corban Fibre Project. So Corban Fibre is a persona I created. He's a middle-aged man in his 40s, late 40s, who happens to be a folk singer. And I have chosen a certain style of voice that I want consistency throughout 10 songs of this. And World is Complicated is no different. I'm going to now add the Corban Fibre persona. And this is how you do it.